Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, everyone? We're back for Umineko. How's everyone doing today? I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie. So if I seem like sleepy throughout the stream, I just woke up from like a slight nap. So it took me a few seconds to set up the stream. I was like, wait a second, I'm streaming today. Oh man, that was a good night. That was a nice little slight power nap. It's been a long day. Um. But yo, anyways, we're back for this. We're starting episode 8. I already said that. So, yeah. Let me get this game up. Oh, man. We had a long stream last Thursday. That was 5 hours. So, whew, I almost wasn't going to stream this week. But, yeah, here we are. Speaking of which, this Thursday, we will not be streaming. I'm actually going to be busy that day. Just as heads up. I'll probably announce this towards the end anyways. But, yeah, Thursday I'm going to be busy. I'm actually having my wisdom teeth removed, which is great. So yeah, I'm not going to have anything up for like a few days. Or at least I shouldn't have anything up for those 2 days. I won't be streaming that Saturday either. So I'll see how that goes. I don't know how my recovery for that will be. How much I'll be able to talk and whatnot for like a stream, especially for a visual novel. So, yo, my camera lighting sucks. But I was looking over my camera. I was like, dang, yo. Looking like I got a tan. Oh, man. But yeah. Then next week, what's going on next week? Next week, I'm busy with other stuff. So, probably back the week after next with the streams. I did want to at least start today. Otherwise, we'd be gone for like 3 weeks or something. So, yeah. Here we are. Okay, let me make sure. Oh yeah, there you go. Now y'all could be able to hear the desktop as well. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm just busy with stuff. You know, wisdom teeth removal. I have to get that done. So, man. But other than that, it's also my birthday next week. So yeah, that's why I'm also not streaming. That next Thursday is my birthday. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, next Thursday is also my birthday, so yeah, I'm chilling. I'm not streaming that day. I'm not recording nothing that day. I might record something. I'm not streaming though. I'm chilling that evening, man. Partying. I feel like I'm partying, like I go out that much. I don't know. I had some plans set though. Skip this. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Last stream, that 5-hour stream, I'm still like getting rid of some of the claims on that video, which sucks. But okay, yeah, we got this new image right here with Leon and Willard. So let me check out the tips though. Anything new with the tips? I wanted to check this last time, but I was just okay. Nothing really that new. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Can this get off my screen? Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. What was I talking about? I was like in the middle of like a conversation talking about something random. It wasn't that important probably. Okay, then yeah, the same characters. Man, this is kind of crazy how many characters we had throughout this whole storyline. But yo, here we go. Final episode. Man, it's been a whole year. It's a year for these final moments. Good morning. This farewell is as sad for me as it is for you. I prepared a goodbye party for tonight. A game competition will be included as well, so please feel free to participate. The difficulty is small, but not to be trifled with. As this will be the last opportunity, why not take part yourself? Ooh, okay. Got me intrigued. Okay, everything looking good. Actually, yo, let me pull this up. Is it really fancy? None of this is real? Maybe in another dimension. Okay. The rain is falling. Okay, she, he, and okay. 2 silhouettes could be seen in the chapel. A big brother and his little sister. The big brother would never return from that day 12 years in the past, and the little sister who waited all alone 12 years in the future. However, the big brother knew everything, understood everything. Oh, that man. And the little sister knew nothing, understood nothing. So no matter how much time passed, the little sister remained as the little girl she had been 12 years before. She remained a 6-year-old girl forever. Her sobs into her brother's chest finally subsided. She quietly waited for his next words. After patting her head gently, the big brother fished around inside his short pocket. Then he took something out. Take good care of this. Oh, my volume's so quiet. Okay. Battler took a small... I swear I can't read. Battler took a large key attached to a necklace out of his pocket, then held it to Anji. It was large enough to cover Battler's entire palm. Okay, a key. And little Anji probably wouldn't even be able to wrap her hand all the way around it. The key glittered gold and had a beautiful, intricate design. Its weight alone made it clear that this key was something very important. Battler put the necklace around Anji's neck. Hey, okay, little character design right there. The time will come soon. Okay. The decision in the end. Of course, she didn't have a clue what Battler was talking about, but she did realize that he was telling her to take good care of this key. So Anji nodded, at least in response to that part. In her hand, the key had felt heavy. However, now that it was around her neck, it was as light as an ordinary necklace. How strange. Go. She had been sure that her brother was about to sit down. Just a second ago, he had said that he'd tell her what happened on Rokkenjima. She had thought that he would tell her here. Okay, so Battle's gonna tell the story. Let's see, hear from someone else. Okay, so you have to experience it. You gotta experience what goes down. So, he does understand after all. What happened on the island that day? Trying to answer that question was all I was capable of, so I wished for nothing more. But if I could, I'd want to go there. Yep, we know that. She's been saying that. Yep, to that island on that day. To Rokkenjima. On that day, I couldn't go to the Ushiromiya family mansion. Mom and Dad. All my cousins and my relatives. And everyone else. I want to go back to that island on that day. So I've always remained the way I was that day. My heart and my soul stopped, stuck as a 6-year-old forever. Be with her family. I'll invite you. Give her the invitation. Can open it in the right pieces. Oh yeah, that's what he said. Yep. Indeed. Oh.
ロッケン島へ招待しよう。
会えるの？みんなに。
もちろん。
私もう記憶もおぼろげで、みんなの顔はっきりと思い出せないのに。
すぐに思い出すさ。
Yeah.
そしてエンジェにと
The
って
reunion after 12 years. Yeah, true.
俺たちにとって
Okay,
は
so
しばらくぶりでしかない。
okay, I follow.
みんなで歓迎する12年の遠い未来から
As if you were never
よ
gone,
うやく帰ってきた
or
エンジェ
as if you were always there.
みんな歓
More
迎して
like
くれる。
okay, from the distant future.
私はいつまでもそこにいられるの？
That's a good question, Battler. What are you going to answer for that? This way, I'll be with everyone forever. This is the goal I'm supposed to reach.
エンジェよくお聞き。
But Battler spoke in an admonishing tone, as though warning me that this dream would not be
ロッケ
granted.
ン島の親族会議は一泊で終わる。あの日は台風だったから船の都合で2泊だったけれどね。
それが過ぎたら、私は島から帰らなくてはならないの？
少し違う。それを決めるのもエンジェなんだ。
Okay, and that may relate to that key.
エンジェがそれを決める。
I understood, of course. I don't exist on that island on that day. It's a miracle just to be invited there like this. Just the 2 days before the typhoon passes, just getting those 2 days to myself is already the sort of miracle that will never come again. If I'm greedy enough to ask for more, the faint miracle might vanish. Even though I thought this, my young heart, which was still 6 years old, wasn't satisfied with the short-lived miracle. Then when you're afraid to ask questions, but you may lose something in return, like.
わかるよ。
いつまでもみんなと一緒にいる。家族で一緒にいる。お兄ちゃんがもう帰らなくちゃって言っても、私はロッケン島に残る。
残るのが正しいとか
You can stay or
帰る
leave.
のが正しいとか、そういう
None is the right choice. Oh, okay. Okay, I like how they're doing a spin on things with that.
私が選ぶの？
None is the right choice.
そのため
There's
の
no right or wrong. Yep, and yep, okay, of course, yeah, that's what the key is for. Battler touched the...
私の
Oh,
答えはもう
my mistake.
決まってるよ。
Battler touched the glittering key that hung from Anji's neck. Is that already made my
今
decision?
は選ばなくていい。選ぶべき時は
Yeah, it's probably going to change as it goes by.
その時のエンジェの素直な心でその鍵をどう使うか。お兄ちゃんの言うことなんか何も聞かなくてもいい。
Yo, listen to your heart. It goes back to the heart, man.
エンジェの
Ever since Will showed up, man, the heart word has just been engraved everywhere.
もしもエンジェがいいこと
Even though it's been like a consistent theme throughout it with love and romance and
信用できる。
other stuff, but
お兄ちゃんの言うことは全て信じなさい。
すべて信じる。
それがエンジェにとって一番いい選択になるから、お兄ちゃんの言葉に耳を傾け、
okay.
そして全てを信じなさい。できるかい？
わかんない。
それでもいい。信じたいものだけを信じればいい。それもエンジが決めていいんだよ。
Yeah, it's your choice.
お兄ちゃんを信じないとこの夢は覚めてしまうの？
そんなことはない。
She just wants to stay in this dream. For some reason, Anji was suspicious of her brother and scared of him. Her wish was to remain on that island on that day together with her family forever. She was afraid that once she got her 2 miraculous days, her brother might tell her to be satisfied with those and ask her to return to 12 years in the future all alone.
さっきも言ったと思う。残るのが正しいとか帰るのが正しいとかそういうのはないんだよ。
Yep.
それをエンジェが決める。
Yep, it's your decision and there's no right or wrong. It's just choice.
そのどちらかの選択を誰も強要しない？
Yep, it's all yours. Yeah. It's kind of crazy because before she,
未来や帰れなんて
as we've seen throughout her storyline, she's been restricted to a lot of choice, and now she's given this opportunity for a choice. Especially getting to see her family on this conference day, which is what she really wanted, so.
だから望んではいるが、園児の選択は尊重したい。
私もさっき言った。私の答えはもう決まっているよ。
俺もさっき言ったが、今はそれを
He
選択
says
す
you
る
gotta wait till the end.
それ
Wait
はい
till
つ
it's the end, most
その
likely.
鍵がいずれ
Or the key would tell
教え
you.
てくれるよ。
The large gold. The keys. She grabbed the key and something, and yeah, we transitioned to the next page. Wait, what did it say though? A large gold key hung from Anji's neck. Her small hand held it tightly. Okay. At that moment, she noticed a book lying on the chapel's altar. The book had a lock on it and was sealed so that it could not be read without a key. Anji looked between the key hanging on her chest and the book on the altar.
あの本はこの鍵で開くの？
あの本はダメだ。
Ooh, yo, he cut off the music. His son's forceful response made Anji flinch. Balor, realizing he had scared Anji, softened his expression. Yeah, don't touch that book, huh?
さあ、
He said, don't touch that cursed novel.
1986年10月4日に園児を招待するよ。
Balor held out his hand and Anji gripped it tightly. Then they started walking. Hey! A brilliant light lay beyond the chapel's door. That blinding light peeked in through the cracks around the door. The brother and sister began to walk through to the other side. I haven't said this. I don't.
園児、そしてこれで最後なんだ。このゲーム版を園児のために。
One final time. But yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I mentioned anything about this yet, but yo, the game CG for this has been solid. I really like it. Hey. Oh yeah, so, yeah. Yo, I changed everything else, and I was like, dang, one thing I forgot. Yo, what up, Victor? Let's see. Episode 8. What's the name of this? Episode 8, what is it? End of the Golden Witch? Is that it? Or is it something else? Yo! Woohoo! Yeah. Yo, facts. Hey, okay. Yo, I like the song. Right, all the opening songs have been pretty solid, actually. Twilight of the Golden Witch. Oh yeah, thanks for that. Oh my gosh, when I can't spell. Oh, that fits perfectly. Yo, thanks. Rokkenjima. Ooh. Ah. Man. Let me fix this over here. Awesome. Yeah, we started off with the boat chaos. Oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my screen going crazy. Once again, Captain... Yeah, Kawabo, yeah. Once again, Captain Kawabata's ferry boat to Rokkenjima cut across the sea in perfect form. Oh man. Yes. The tale of October 4th, 1986 always begins with Battler's screams. It's kind of true. But this time one thing was different. There's another person's yell alongside Battler's. Yep. Battler was screaming. The other was laughing? Yo. Hey. Yeah, Anji's here. Man, I feel you, Battler. Alongside the big brother who was grasping the handrail and screaming in a way that no one his age should, was the little sister also grasping the handrail and jumping about like it was a ride at an amusement park. George and the others couldn't hold in their laughter at the difference. Huh?
いとこ5人が全員揃うのってひょっとしてこれが初めて
Oh yeah, now you mentioned now and now everyone's here. You know? Like it's like I knew it, but him saying it was like, yeah, that is the case.
ジョージの兄貴これ早すぎねえか頼むよ船の人に言ってスピードを下げてもらってくれ
Yo, this dude is not slowing down. Are boats really shaky like that if they're moving fast? Well, I mean, if they're moving fast, of course. Want to go faster?
これ以上速くなったらお兄ちゃん船から落ちちゃうぞいいのか落ちて落ちる
Yo.
多数決の結果バトラ君の速度を下げるという提案は
It's zero? Yep. Dang. And they're going to tickle him on top of that? Dang. Yo, bro's freaking out and he's getting tickled.
よせやめろマリアエンジェもやめろダメ
よかったエンジェの体調心配だったんだけど
Yeah, Anji doing healthy this time around.
一人だけ留守番じゃ気の毒だしね無理にでも連れてきてよかったぜ
直前に大きく体調を崩したって聞いてたけれどそれが今朝
It is always weird. Like, I feel like I say this towards the beginning of each episode, but it's like when we get we see the characters again, it's like, dang. It's just, it's a weird feeling, like surrealish, like.
子供たちが楽しそうにしているのを見ているとこっちまで元気になってきますね
The adults smiled as they watched the children play around. Anji had gotten very sick. For a time, everyone had expected that she would be absent, but she had miraculously made a miraculous recovery. Yo. Thanks in part to her strong desire to join in, she had come along to the family conference with the others. And so, for the first time ever, all 5 cousins were gathered together. October 4th, 1986 became a day like no other. waved at them, urging them to hurry up. Hurry up. Anji and Maria were so excited that they could hardly wait. Just by having all 5 cousins together, just by adding Anji into the group, look at how energetic this day has become. Huh.
無事に着いたかね。では私は親父殿に伝えてくるとしよう。
Yeah, please do let father know.
皆さんは今はゲストハウスに？
はい。荷物を置かれましたら、こちらへ挨拶に来られるとのことです。
Hey.
わかりました。カノンは皆さんのご案内を、シャノンは紅茶の準備を急ぐように。
かしこまりました。奥様。
Jinx?
お父さん、クラウスです。そろそろご準備をお願いします。
Kraus. I've been calling him Cross for like 8 episodes. He just says Kraus. My mistake. After Kraus knocked on the door, it opened from the inside.
親父殿は、
ご安心を。もう着替えておりますぞ。
Okay.
ただ少し緊張されているようですな。
Kinzo's nervous?
誰が緊張しているというのか。
Yeah, what?
お気に入りの片翼のネクタイピンが見つからぬ。
Yo, Kinzo acted like this is.
言っているのだ。
Yo, so,
勝手に物の場所を動かすなと。
this little goofy man, and I see him act like this, like. Oh man. Yeah, then why they do that? Yup, man. Apparently, Kinzo had been in a panic for some time over the simple matter of choosing a tie and a tie pin. Yo. Kinzo, who valued the dignity of the family head above all else, always made a big deal about being appropriately attired. Okay. Makes sense, you know, dress to impress. Especially if you're the head.
なんとかなりそうですかの。
もうしばらく時間をいただけますかな。
Okay,
準備ができたら下へ参りま
Kinzo's
す。
here.
わかりました。
Man, it's foggy
ナンジ
windows.
先生、よろしくお願いします。お父さん、そのネクタイピンでもよく似合っていますよ。そのネクタイピンとは何か。
Yo, bro's in tears trying to find a necktie
親
pin.
族会議の日であるぞ。妥協など許せんぞ。あのネクタイピンでなくてはダメだ。
Yo.
どこだどこだどこだ。
Yo.
金蔵さん。
Yo, low key, that kind of scared me. Yo.
それに素晴らしいネクタイピンをいくつもお
I
持
was
ちのはず
expecting
だ。
bro to. Okay, Mike, you stay there. I was expecting bro to pop up like that. You already looked at the draw 5 seconds ago.
今日というお日柄に合わせてふさわしいものをセレクトするのもおしゃれの見せ所ですぞ。
そうであるか。片翼のわしじゃなくてもよいのか。
I think it looks splendid. You look the same as usual. As Cross watched Nanjo calm Kinzo down, he began to wonder why this doctor wasn't his mother. Well, it was always like that. Like this. He always makes a fuss when no one's looking, but when the time comes, he makes his decision with pride. Interessante. Oh, oh, my necktie. After asking Nanjo to come down by lunch at the latest, Cross, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say Cross. I've said like his name like that throughout the whole time, so I'm just gonna stick with that for now. Snuck out of the study. I'll adjust slowly.
どうです。
Okay. We also got Toshiro
そして
Goda.
珍しいでしょ。
It's actually interesting. A few days ago, someone commented on my channel. They were asking, "Yo, is your name Japanese and stuff?" But they were like, "Yo, if it's Japanese, then you should change the E to an I." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And they like explained the whole thing with that, but I was like, nah, it's not Japanese. Before serving the tea to the guests, Goda served some to Shannon. Until then, Shannon had thought it would be outrageous for a servant such as herself to drink the same thing as the family and their guests. Yeah. However, according to Goda, that kind of thinking was a mistake.
お客様にお出しするものを味も知らずに出すことはできません。例えば、訪れたレストランで初めて知る料理に興味を持ったとき、ウェーターを呼び止めたならこう聞くでしょう。この料理はどんな味ですかと。
Chef Goda.
そうですね。そこで食べたことがないから知りませんでは、なんだかおかしな話ですものね。
そういうことです。給仕に携わるものならば、お客様にお出しするお茶やお料理の味については、熟知していて当然なのです。
それに、自分で飲んで美味しかったお茶なら、お出しする時にも自然と嬉しくなってしまうものですしね。
その通りですね。こんな美味しいお茶なら、ぜひ皆さんにも飲んでもらいたいって気持ちになります。
だからこそ、私
Because
たち
of
使
that.
用人は、あらゆるお料理の味に熟知しなければならないのです。だから私がひょいとつまみ食いをしてしまったとしても、それも使用人の務め。
役得であり。
It was funny that you spelled it out that way. The amount of years I had to deal with teachers saying my name wrong. Oh man.
準備ご苦労。お茶の方
Some of them say
問題ない
Seku. I'm just like,
ああ、
Seku?
源氏さんもぜひ飲んでみてください。
How'd you get Seku
ハロ
from
ウィンらし
Seku?
く、
Like,
今日はかぼちゃの
I
紅茶
guess
で
they
す
say
よ。
it's like a French pronunciation or something. I'm just like,
もうじき親族の方々がお屋敷にいらっしゃる。お子様方もご一緒しそうな雰囲気だ。
はい。カップの用意も万全です。
oh, phone ring. Who was picking up? At that moment, the kitchen's extension line started to ring. Genji, who was standing right beside it, swiftly picked up the receiver before the second ring. Shannon and the others always thought Genji looked like a samurai when he did this.
わかった。
He sounded like a
粗相のな
samurai.
いようにご案内を。
After making that short response, Genji set down the receiver.
カノンからだ。
Okay.
今から親族方がこちらにおいでになる。こうお子様方もご一緒とのことだ。シャノンと熊沢はお出迎えを。ゴーダは紅茶の準備を急ぐように。
Huh. Everyone's speaking in unison. The family conference is the largest event of the year for the servants. Their morale was high and they were all full of determination to make it through another year by banding together. Everyone laughed. No matter how big his body grew, Battler would always
こい
be.
つは飛行機でも船でも落ちるのなんのと相変わらず賑やかでな。
What would Battler always be? Battler. Oh, okay.
アスムさんの血でしょ。
多分あれだぜ。こいつが小さい頃遊園地で激しめなのばっか乗せて回ったからだ。
身長制限で乗れないんじゃないの？
Yeah,
いや
like
いや、ティーカップとか
the
足こぎボート
teacup
とか
rides.
いろいろ
That
あるわ
terrified him as a little
そう
child.
いうのをちょいと
Man,
激しめに付き合わせたのがまずかった
how do you
みたい
take
だ。
those a little bit too rough, man?
ルドルフ兄さんは昔からそういうのをやりすぎるたちだから。
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yo, English is English is a crazy language, like in perspective.
それは
Man.
それは
Like that's a good example, and man.
かわいそうに。
バトラ君には同情するよ。
でも安心したわ。乗り物嫌いでこそバトラ君って感じだものね。
お兄ちゃんは
Oh,
乗り
go
物が
back.
嫌いなんじゃないの。落ちるから嫌いなの。
It was all a prank. Yep.
落ちる落ちる。
こら走り回らないの。マリアお姉ちゃんでしょ。お手本を見せなさい。
失
Dang.
礼します。お茶の配膳に参りました。
Okay. A pleasant aroma followed Shannon as she came to the room pushing the serving cart. Even Angie and Maria, who had been running around in circles, sat down obediently when they heard that drinks were here.
ところで親父はどうしてんだ？
もうじき降りてくるだろう。
He's trying to work on that necktie pin, like
ネクタイ一本選ぶのに朝から大騒ぎだ
or
よ。
necktie, like
相変わらず当主として威厳ある服装がどうのこうの？
uh-huh.
お父さんって昔からネクタイにはやたらうるさいわよね。
こだわりがあられるのでしょう。おしゃれなのは良いこと
He has a
です。
passion for neckties.
その
Okay,
割
or
に
dressing nice.
結局いつも同じネクタイで現れるのね。
It's always great to dress nice. The family members burst out laughing. The sweet scent of Goda's specialty. The sweet scent of Goda's specially made pumpkin sweet tea spread throughout the parlor, and the calm atmosphere grew more cheery, and excited. I can't read today. Today I'm just reading things wrong.
ママ見て。パンプキンのクッキーだよ。ハロウィン
Oh, hey, Halloween is what, next week, right?
あら
It's
本当
funny
ね。
that
この
she
甘い
said that.
匂いはかぼちゃなのかしら。
はい。今日のお紅茶
I
は
am not going
珍しい
trick-or-treating.
パンプキンのフレーバーなんですよ。とっても美味しいですから、最初はぜひストレートで召し上がってみてください。
Okay.
姉さん袖気をつけて。
Oh, your sleeve.
へえ。かぼちゃの紅茶なんてあるんだ。ゴーダさんはよくこんなのを見つけてくるよな。
Mhm.
美味しいね。なかなかいいよ。かぼちゃの自然な甘みが感じられるね。
かぼちゃを紅茶にね。でもよ、かぼちゃと言ったら天ぷらが一番だよな。
おお、
And
かぼちゃじゃ
tempura.
ないの。パンプキンなの。パンプキンはかぼちゃじゃないの。パンプキンなの。
Yo. Oh, man. Marie seemed to be complaining about the difference of nuisance between the Japanese and English words, but it looked like Anji thought kabocha and pumpkins were entirely different things. Yeah, perfect timing. Like, everyone laughed, but Anji cocked her head to one side discontentedly, not understanding what was so funny. Just when it looked like she was about to get in a bad mood and start grumbling, Maria started teaching her a cookie game, and Anji immediately became engrossed with that distraction. Then the clopping sound of approaching heavy footsteps could be heard from the hallway. Having a pretty good idea of whose footsteps they were, the relatives straightened their backs. Oh, yo, the head's here. Those quick footsteps stopped for a moment just outside of the parlor door. as though someone was taking a deep breath and setting up a dramatic pause. Then as the doors exploded open, Kinzo, with Genji and Nanjo standing behind him, yelled out loud. Oh.
Happy Halloween!
Yo, let's go, man. I'm with you, Kinzo. Yo. Yo. That was the most, like, dramatic and epic entrance. Yo, dude bursts open the door. Boom. Happy Halloween. And then the trick-or-treat part. The cousin shouted back. The dolls returned the greeting too, looking a little embarrassed. Angie alone stood there with her mouth open, unable to comprehend what had just happened. I'm with you, Angie. I was not expecting that. Yo, for real. Man. Maria picked up a present that had been hidden behind the sofa. All the other relatives were suddenly holding similar packages as well. Huh. They all got him, like, Halloween presents? Or treats? Yeah, Kiri handed Angie the gift. It really is weird seeing Kinzo like this. And I like it though. As Kinzo took Maria's present, a smile broke out across his face and rubbed his cheek up against it. Genji said, yo, act professional. Yo, facts. Oh, Kinzo got them pranks? I believe that. Huh? Genji fished through something that looked like Santa Claus's sack and pulled out a present addressed to Maria, handing it over to Kinzo.
Oh, Maria! おじいちゃんからのプレゼントであるぞ。これはの、かわいいぞ。マリアにあげるのが惜しいわい。親方様。
Bro started singing. Like, man, he's a whole character right here.
マリアへのプレゼントである。これはそのかわいい。
Yeah.
後宮家の貫禄にふさわしい品であるぞ。
Okay, what is it though?
心して受け取るがよい。
ありがとう、おじいさま。大好き。
Oh. Hey, that's nice. What was that sound effect? Oh man. Yo, Genji's been Genji done with this. By this point, Genji had given up on Kinzo's dignity. Still, the dignity of the family had lasted a full 10 seconds longer than usual this year.
おじいさま、ハッピーハロウィン。
Okay.
これは僕からです。
ハッピーハロウィン。これは私から。気に入ってくれるといいんだけど。
おお、ジョージにジェシカ。今年もありがとう。
I like that he still retains the still like. Oh man. With tears streaming down his face, Kinzo hugged George and Jessica.
そしてバトラーか。よく戻ってきたな、後宮家に。
Oh yeah, Battler's return for him. And lonely without you.
いや、まあそのハッピーハロウィン気に入ってくれるかわからないけど。
Okay, what do you get?
良いのだバトライ。言いたいこともあろう、聞きたいこともあろう。だが、今はそれはなし。
Ooh, he said we could talk later. Then he got the tears going down his face still. Yo, he's so excited. Who's that?
私は嬉しいぞ。
Slowly, Kinzo moved forward and hugged Battler. Battler drew back at first, but he then understood Kinzo's feelings and hugged him back. Anji watched the scene play out, shocked. Was Ushime Kinzo always this kind person? Yo. Well, from what I've seen before, you would think not. But this whole scene is... I am with you, Anji. Yo. Oh, man. Oh. Anji didn't have a clue what was going on. She took the present from her mother. She took the present her mother had given her and walked towards timidly. Okay. Kinzo's face, which had been looking so cheery a second ago, seemed to become much sterner the moment Anji stepped forward. Dang! No, it had become stern. That expression was the one always worn by the Kinzo inside Anji's mind. Huh. This was Ushiromiya Kinzo. He was fickle, short-tempered, always with a stern expression on his face. The most terrifying person in the Ushiromiya family, yeah. Seeing the complete opposite is... wow. I felt as though the world had gone completely silent, and that it had only done it when it was my turn to step forward. Why? Why only for me? But even so, this isn't the way it should be. Isn't this the Ushiromiya Kinzo I expect? The Ushiromiya Kinzo I understand? I was like a puppet carrying tea. I walked forward bewildered, and the present held out in front of me and stopped in front of Kinzo. Yeah, I walked forward. I didn't say the first part. Without letting his expression change in the slightest, Kinzo slowly reached out and touched the present. Yo. In that instant, Anji was caught in a form embrace, present and all. Kinzo's white beard rubbed against her cheek. Yo.
私はこんなにも可愛らしい孫たちを持てて嬉しい。嬉しくて涙が止まらん。止まらぬ。
親方様、鼻水だ。
Yeah, give him like a whole towel. Like, jeez.
源氏、すまん。
Bro can't even talk. As the old man blew his nose, he didn't look like he could possibly be anyone other than the kindly grandpa overcome with tears at his grandchildren's gifts.
ありがとう、エンジ。聞けば体調が悪いのに無理をしてきてくれたそうだな。おじいちゃんは本当に嬉しいぞ。さあ、お前にはこれだ。
He pressed a large gift box. Wait, go back. He pressed a large gift box to Anji's chest. She finally realized that all of the presents given out by Kinzo were wrapped differently in the boxes of different sizes.
エンジには何だろうな。
Yeah. Personally choose it. Okay, so he had you in mind, basically. It is, yeah. He does what every year? He picks what himself? This bizarre ceremony happens every year? The cons were all happily chattering about what their Halloween presents would be this year. Okay. Maria came up to Anji and suggested that they compare the weights of their presents. But for some reason, Anji just stared blankly. After that, the adults also handed their presents to Kinzo one by one. You're receiving a gift in return, along with considerate words about their health and questions about how they'd been doing recently. Then after watching to see that all exchanges had been completed, Goda appeared, and announced that lunch was ready. Ladies and gentlemen. Nice. Respect. The relatives stood up, leaving the presents where they lay on tables and sofas, followed Kinzo out of the parlor. Only Anji remained, standing there stunned. As she clutched the gift box Kinzo had given her. What is in that gift box, Anji? Never once had Goda's lunches betrayed expectations. When Hideyoshi said that the lunches were the only reason anyone ever came to these family conferences, everyone laughed and nodded. Delicious food has a way of keeping conversation flowing. You've gotten so tall. How have you been lately? Oh, not bad. It was a fun meal, with everyone asking each other about the latest and laughing together. The Ushiromiya family sat at meals in a specific ranked seating order, So the adult siblings, the cousins, and the spouses all sat in groups. That made it even easier for conversation to flow smoothly. Anji had withdrawn slightly from the cousins' chat and was looking around the dining hall. What are Kinzo and the adult siblings doing? What are they talking about? The conversation seemed to be peaceful and fun. Oh, yep. Yeah, but I already got some tier list ideas for this. I'm going to have some tier list stuff for when I'm, done with the whole episode and everything. So, most of the time, the siblings were mothers and or fathers of their own households. 100%. I definitely want to do that. However, when they gathered together by themselves in front of Kinzo, that burden was lifted from their shoulders, and it became young and bright as though they'd gone back to being kids again. Rudolph, who was usually an easygoing father, but one with a sense of stupid, and Maria would laugh at him. Yo, I like how this whole dynamic is. If I wanted, I could easily join in on the conversation. And I could easily slip out of it too by shifting my attention to the dessert. It was happiness, both fun and natural. It felt like I was enjoying a pleasant doze in the rays of the springtime sun.
天気予報によると今夜あたりからだいぶ崩れるらしいな。
Oh, a big snow, a big
台風
storm.
らしいからね。これ今年も一泊じゃ済まなさそうだぜ。
私は一向に構わんぞ。一泊と言わずいつまででも泊まっていくがいい。可愛い孫の顔が何日でも見られるなら私は毎日雨乞いをしてまいやいぞ。
This dude Kinzo.
よしてよ、仕事があるんだから。
Uh-huh.
お父様の
Let's see,
島を出ればいいんじゃ
we have work, we gotta get that
そう
money.
すればもっと好きな時に孫の顔を見られるでしょうに。
That's true, man. You could just leave the island. Oh, my
確か
mistake.
に風情はあるが離島の暮らしはそろそろ答えるんじゃありませんか。
That does.
都会はうるさい。
I feel that.
私の家族だけしかいない静かな島が一番だ。
I respect that, you
私
know.
はここを気
A
に
quiet island, you just have your family there. You're just
六
chilling,
軒
you
島じゃ
know.
いざという時お医者様を呼ぶのにも時間がかかるわ。
同感よ。もうお父様も
Who
年な
said?
んだ
That's
か
why I
ら。
got the homie
せめて
Nanjo.
新島に引っ越すべきだと思うわ。
Hmm.
私はもう老いた。
Huh.
家族だけに囲まれて静かに暮らしたい。
Huh.
そして私は幸せ者だ。
Satisfaction.
それを実現できるこの島があるのだから。
Hmm.
お父さん。
しんみりさ
Yeah,
せ
he
て
got
し
a
まっ
little
た
too
な。
sentimental there with that.
諸君、これでゴーダのランチは終了だ。孫たち、明日からはずっと雨らしい。晴れているのは今しかないぞ。
Yeah.
バラをめでて、それから浜辺を散歩しては
Yeah,
ど
go
う
to
か。
the beach, you know, have some outdoor time.
そうですね。じゃあみんな、そうさせてもらおうか。
バラをめでて浜辺を散歩する。
Get some fresh air and
ガ
stuff.
ラス拾いもする。
Man.
ガラス拾いなんだそりゃ危ないな。
ガラスのかけらが波に現れて丸くなって綺麗な石になって流れ着いてるんだよ。忘れたかよバトラー。昔一緒に拾ったろ。
ああ、あれガラスのか
Was
けらだ
that
った
some?
のか。
I was at the beach.
俺はてっきり
Yo, it's
そう
been
いう綺麗な
years.
石なんだと思い込んでたぜ。
It actually has been years when I think about it,
エンジは
man. 6-year-old Anji. Okay. Hold up. Let me check out her bio because they had that light up for a second. I didn't check it. Anji's bio. Or little Anji. Yep. Ushiromiya Anji, rough and curious daughter, battles younger sister from a different mother. She gets sick easily, but she managed to get better just in time to attend this year's family conference. She's so happy this year, surrounded by her beloved family relatives. Okay, so it's stuff I already knew. Nice. The cousins walked along the water's edge, playing. They researched for bits of glass, polished by the waves, to become small and gem-like. They caught up on news of each other's lives and joked around. They wrote words in the sand. They chased the receding waves and ran away from the coming ones. The cousins enjoyed this time they had to themselves.
待て待てマリア今度は許さねえぞ
They are vibing. Playing on the beach.
転ぶと怪我をするよ。二人とも気をつけて。
風が強くなってきたかな。そろそろ引き上げた方がいいかもしれねえぜ。
そうだね。空も曇ってきた気がするよ。バトラ君、マリアちゃん、そろそろおしまいにして一度ゲストハウスに戻ろうか。
Okay.
やだ、もっと遊ぶ。
こらこら聞き分けろおい。じゃあこれでおしまいだ。
That's all for now.
俺のガラス石やるよ。
おい、ありがとうバトラー。
He's gonna hang on to that.
これで一番数が多いのはマリアだから優勝だね。
Yo, she just wanted to compete. That was in the end.
エンジェ、大丈夫か？
Yeah, what's up?
どうしたエンジェ少し元気ないぞ。
疲れたんだよ。さあ、みんなで戻ろう。
True, Anji's expression probably looked tired. However, Battler alone thought he saw something else in it. Yep.
話してごらん。
なんでもない。
She said that, but something in her expression showed that she was unsatisfied for some reason. However, since Anji wouldn't say what it was, and Battler couldn't think of anything, that was the limit of what he could figure out. So he squeezed her small hand slightly, letting her know that she could tell him whenever she was ready. Okay. It had seemed such a bright sunny day until a short while ago. However, the sky had turned gray, and the wind had started to feel more annoying than pleasant. Battler knew this, so he didn't rush her in any way. He continued to gaze around the beautiful rose garden holding her hand.
お兄ちゃん、
どうした？
どこ？ここ。
She asked the question, as though she was talking about something in the other side of the silver screen. Though Battler understood what that question meant, he played dumb. The other side of the silver screen.
どこって？六軒島だろ？
違うわ。
違わねえさ。
これのどこが六軒島だっていうのよ。
1986年10月4日の。お前が知りたがってた六軒島だ。
Yeah.
嘘よ。
どうして？
こんなの嘘っぱちだわ。
Anji wrenched a hand from her brother's grip. That hand hit the rose and sent rose petals flying.
俺は嘘なんかつかね
え。これのどこが真実だっていうの？
Anji spat those words out. However, Battler's expression remained calm and composed.
何が気に入らない？
後宮金蔵って。
for one, Kinzo, the biggest difference.
孫たちとしばらくぶりに再会したなら、どこのじいさんだって目尻を下げるだろうぜ。
少なくとも後宮金蔵はそういう人じゃなかったでしょ。後宮金蔵ってのは
厳格で気難しく短気で怒りっぽい。
Yep.
分かってるじゃない。何よあれ。あれのどこが後宮金蔵なのよ。
Yeah.
ハロウィン？プレゼント効果？何よそれ。こんなの後宮金蔵じゃない。六軒島じゃない。
エンジェル覚えてないのか？
何がよ。
こんなのはいつも恒例だったじゃねえか。
恒例？
That with the whole Happy Halloween and the presents.
お前が親族会議に来たのは6歳より前なんだもんな。覚えてなくても無理はない。
覚えてなくてもって。
Anji understood what her brother was trying to say. However, she couldn't accept it.
後宮金蔵は確かに厳しい人だったさ。若かった時は相当きつく息子たちに当たっていたらしい。
Yeah.
それが半ばトラウマになってクソ親父たちが未だ
Yeah, we know that.
かながっていることはまあ確かに外れじゃない。
The grand tale of how Kinzo had restored the Ushirimiya family was more than enough to paint him as a rigid, terrifying man. Furthermore, Kinzo was an investor. All the legends and tales that made him seem more mysterious had probably worked in his business's favor. At times, Kinzo may even have acted out this part people expected, endeavoring to make his presence all the more overpowering. That's why the world at large spoke of Ushirimiya Kinzo as a strict, short-tempered man. And they even thought of him as fickle, bold, incomprehensible, eccentric.
でもそれはじい様の外の顔だ。
Yeah, okay. That was just, yeah.
後ろ宮家で親類一同水入らずで過ごす時の顔じゃない。
目尻を下げて孫たちを溺愛する後宮金蔵の本当の姿だっていうの。
エンジェラって遊んでもらったり頭を撫でてもらったりしたことがあるはずだ。本当に覚えてないのか？
Things like that might have happened once or twice, but that would have been a mere whim of Kinzo's. No, I pressed back instead of forward. My parents told me all the time, Grandfather is a terrifying person, so make sure you don't mess up. They always said that he's very scary, so take care.
怖い人なのよ。
幼いお前は親の言いつけを過剰に聞いて鵜呑みにする。よく言えば素直な。
Yep.
悪く言えば 思い込みの激しい子だった。
I could say
親父たちは行儀よくしてるようにと念を押していただけなんだ。
私見てたもん、知ってたもん。後宮金蔵は恐ろしい人だって怒鳴ってるところを見たことがあるもん。私は覚えてる、忘れない。
no, yeah, never forget.
さっきも見た通り、じいさまは唐突なお人
A
だ。
bit abrupt? Yo, that whole scene was
何かを驚
abrupt.
かそうとしたのかもしれない。あるいは親たちとの真剣な議論の中でつい怒鳴ってしまったこともあったかもしれない。
それを私が勝手に怯えて、勝手にそうだと思い込んだっていうの。そんなはずないわ、そんなはずない。だって私は覚えてるもの、忘れない。ちゃんと見たわ、後宮金蔵が怒鳴ってる恐ろしいところ。
I saw
父
Kinzo
さんも
yelling.
母さんも怯えていたわ。
Yo.
だからわかるの、私はわかる。
幼いお前が抱いたじいさまの印象はそのまま残り、お前の成長とともに
It's
膨らんだ。
How many times did Anji see Kinzo in her life? How old was she when she last saw him? Yeah. Anji, who got sick easily when under pressure, couldn't have gone to Rokkenjima often. And since she was absent for the family conference when she was 6 years old, her last memories of him must have come from when she was just 5 years old.
お兄ちゃんだって6年間後宮金蔵には会ってないじゃない。
Isn't it true?
そうだな。でも6年ぶりに帰ってきて、
But your memories came back to you?
じいさまは6年経っても全く変わってなかったって知ったぜ。
Okay.
金蔵は気まぐれで何を考えてるかわからなくて、不気味なオカルト趣味の鬼人で。
オカル
Creepy
ト
love for
少
the
年は
occult.
間違いない。妖精の
He
趣
had.
味じゃちょいと珍しいものだったのは事実だ。その不気味な収集品で孫を怖がらせてからかう悪い趣味があったことは俺も認める。
Even Bala had been pranked by Kinzo in the past. He showed me an Tachi case with 7 strange stakes in it, and said something about how witches in the Middle Ages used them in sacrificial rituals to gouge out the hearts. Well then, when Kinzo first showed me those, I was pretty frightened, but looking back on it, it really was the kind of prank that could only fool a child. Grandfather only scared his grandchildren because he wanted to joke around with them.
じいさまはきっと
Crazy way to joke with
お前に
someone.
も同じことをしていな
Yo,
かった。
talking about some sacrificial piece that witches used to carve pull the hearts out of something. Like,
幼
dang.
いお前がそれに怯えてじいさまを不気味で恐ろしい人だと思い込んだとしても無理もない話だと思う。
Yeah.
お兄ちゃんが何を言ってるのかわからない。
Anji bit her lower lip and stared at the ground. Yeah. She said she didn't understand, but in truth, she understood perfectly and was refusing to accept it.
さっき客間でハロウィンのプレゼント交換があったな。
何よあれ。あんな甘ったるいこと後宮家でやるわけがない。
Huh. They're trading Halloween presents at that.
まるで
Not Christmas presents, Halloween.
私もかつてプレゼントをもらったことがあるというの？覚えてない。そんなのあるわけがない。
オカルト好きで西洋かぶれのじいさまがハロウィンはやらないと思うか？じいさ
He
まの
has a
ハッピー
point.
ハ
He
ロウ
has a
ィ
point
ンは
with that. You know, it
も
makes
う
sense
親
with
族会議の挨
Kinzo.
拶みたいなもんだったぜ。エンジェラってもらってるはずだ。幼いってのは残酷だな。じいさまが心を込めて選んだろうプレゼント。お前の心には全く残らなかった。
私が幼かったから覚えてないだけで、あれが真実の10月4日だというの？
あの日も6年前と何も変わ
Just
ら
like
ず、
6 years before.
じいさまはハッピーハロウィンの声とともに
The cry of Happy Halloween in the most dramatic way.
俺と6年ぶりの再会に涙をこぼしてくれながら俺とプレゼントの交換をした。じいさまはエンジが来れなかったことを残念がっていたよ。だからエンジにぜひ渡してくれとキリエさんにプレゼントボックスを預けていた。
Okay.
そんなプレゼント私は知らない。受け取ってない。
そうだな、お前に届けることは
Never had the chance.
私は信じない。あんな後ろ宮金蔵なんて信じない。じゃあ親族会議はどうなの？遺産分配のためのきな臭いものじゃなかったの？親族兄弟たちはみんな資金繰りに困っていた。
They'd be arguing in here,
金蔵の
man.
遺産を渇望していた。
Even and Nazi over here about to choke each other out on the scene. Like
そうでしょ？それが真実でしょ？
幼いエンジに親父が自分の会社の経営が苦しいなどと相談すると思うか。親父だけじゃない、クラウスおじさんやエヴァおばさん、ローザおばさんが幼いエンジに資金繰りに困っているから早く遺産が欲しいなんていう話を仮にするにしてもお前がいる前ですると思うか。
だってでも本当でしょ？
that was the bottom line. Anchi's words were not mistaken. Yep. Not only Rudolph, but Cross, Hideyoshi, and Rosa as well all had companies in money trouble. People started talking about the Rokkenjima explosion accident as though it was some sort of conspiracy and a mystery imagined by the public covering this island. Imagined by the public covered the island. Excuse me. Okay. Weekly magazines and television shows researched the circumstances of Kinzo's children at the time, and and in the future where Anji lived, that research had been made public.
お前がそれを知ったのは1986年よりも後のことだ。
でも事実でしょ？事実は真実。
だからロッケン島での親族たちは遺産をめぐってギスギスしていたってわけか。
Oh, okay.
そこにエンジェの幼い頃の親族会議では粗相がないように行儀よくしているようにと親に重ねて言われて緊張した記憶が重なる。
Okay, I see where he's.
私の知っているロッケン島が
Okay.
後ろ宮家が間違ってるっていうの？間違ってるのはお兄ちゃんよ。あんなのありえない。あるわけがない。私は認めないわ。
Anji's like, it's all the truth. You're lying.
断じてあんな後ろ宮金蔵を受け入れることなんてできない。
エンジェも信じないのか？
Oh, yeah, she doesn't believe. Yeah.
お兄ちゃんがどういうつもりでこんなものを見せているのかわからないけれど。
Huh.
だってこれはお兄ちゃんのゲーム。いえ、ゲーム版じゃない。ベアトだのベルンだの何人もの魔女が私の運命を嘲笑い、そのゲームで屈服させようとしてきたわ。でも私は真実を求めている。魔女たちのまやかしなんか通用しない。なるほどね。魔女たちめ、最後の資格にお兄ちゃんを送り込んできたってわけだわ。
Dang.
そうだな。これは
Yeah.
俺のゲームだ。
He said, yeah, this is my game, but I'm no secret assassin.
これは
Like.
俺の物語である。俺が紡いでいる。だからこそ、もしもお前が島に来ることができたなら、という、if を混ぜることができる。
ほら、お兄ちゃんの物語じゃない。全部お兄ちゃんのうさっぱちの作り話じゃない。
そうだな。これはすべて俺の作り話だ。
Fiction I created.
ほら、認めたわね。認めたじゃない。やっぱりこれはお お兄ちゃんの嘘なのよ。どうして嘘をつくの？どうして私に真実を教えてくれないの？
真実より
More important. Okay.
どうしても
Okay,
伝えた
Battler.
いことがあるからだ。
真実より大切なこと？
Huh.
何それ？わけわかんない。
それを分からせるためのものが俺のゲーム。
Help you understand that, yeah. Just as Bito's games were made to make Battler believe in witches, Battler's game was made to communicate something to Anji that was more important than the truth. Games never bring about their intended ends by force. After all, Bito's game could never be won for all eternity unless Battler himself acknowledges his loss. Battler's game was the same. This was a game that Battler couldn't win unless Anji acknowledged it herself. So Battler had advanced this game, just as Bito had done in the past. To believe or not, to accept or not, the decision lay solely in the hands of the opponent. And so, Battler was trying to enshroud Anji with his own illusion.
ようやく理解したわ。これは私とお兄ちゃんのゲームなのね。
エンジェ、俺はお前とゲームをしているつもりはない。
いいえ、これはゲームだわ。私は1986年10月4日の真実が知りたいと願った。そしてお兄ちゃんは私にそれを見せると言ってこのゲームへ招いたわ。そしておかしな幻想を見せてそれが真実だと私に信じ込ませようとしている。おあいにくね。私魔女たちとのやりとりは慣れてるの。
Yeah, she had her fair share of
優
witches.
しそうな
Know
顔をし
that.
て私を騙そうとしてることなんて百も承知なんだから。
Her big brother knew that no words of his would have any effect on his enraged little sister. Yeah. So he just quietly listened to Anji's words. But for Anji, even that was frustrating. Yeah, but of course.
もうくだらない茶番は飽き飽きだわ。お兄ちゃんに真実を話す気がないと言うならもうおしまいにして。
He said, nah, we're just beginning.
私は私の真実を自分で探す。お兄ちゃんには頼らない。そうよ。もともと頼るべき人間なんて私にはいなかったじゃない。私はいつだって一人ぼっちだったわよ。
悪いが、このゲームから降りることは
Oh.
許さない。
How you going to stop her?
そうだったわね。ゲームマスターが負けを認め
Yep,
ない
us,
限り、
yeah.
ゲームは永遠に終わらないんだったっけ。
そんなつもりはないさ。黙って話を聞けってだけのことだ。
ああ、そう。なら黙ってることにするわ。プレイヤーがいなくても駒は勝手に動き、ゲームは進む。そうだったわよね。
そうだな。
Yeah.
プレイヤーを離れ、少し
An observer for a little while. Okay.
そしてまた戻ってきたい時に戻ればいい。
All right.
そう
Makes
させて
sense.
もらうわ。これは根比べよ。お兄ちゃんが真実をごまかすことを諦めるまでのね。
He said, I got all the time in the world.
真実より大切
he's
な
not. He's not worried.
意味わかんない。そんなものあるわけがない。
あるんだよ、エンジ。仮に俺の物語が真実でなかったとしても、あったとしても、
The truth or
お前
not.
は大切なものをこの島でなくしているんだ。
お
Yeah.
父さん、お母さん、そしてお兄ちゃん。私が亡くしたのは家族と、そして全てよ。
She spat out those words as though no further questioning would be any good, and looked away. Even as he watched this, Battler's expression remained gentle.
勝手に進めなさいよ。じゃあね、お兄ちゃん。
Yo, he's
物
just
語
chilling,
だから
man.
ちゃんと見ていろよ。聞くだけでもいい。
気が向いたらね。
If I feel like it. Yo. Okay. Anji's eyes clouded. For a second, I thought something was on my screen. Then a particularly strong gust of wind blew by, sending her hair flying. The wind must have been carrying some dust with it. Anji's nose twitched, and she sneezed loudly.
お兄ちゃん、
なんだい？
いつまでここにいるの？なんかお天気変。ゲストハウスに帰ろうよ。
Anji's eyes weren't cloudy anymore. However, the tone and atmosphere about those eyes seemed somehow different from before. Yep. The peace now. In a manner typical of a young girl, Anji signaled that she was too bored and wanted to go do something. This Anji was clearly a 6-year-old Anji. Yeah.
そうだね。じゃあ、エンジはゲストハウスに戻ってるといい。お兄ちゃんはまだここにいるよ。
どうして？もうすぐ雨が降ってくるよ。
そろそろ来るはずなんだ。
Oh.
だから。
Yeah, she should be here in a moment.
待ってるって？誰？え
？Yep. Then to Anji's eyes, it looked as though the strong winds were now carrying flakes of gold along with them. No, she had definitely seen something, but she wasn't able to describe what she had seen. So to her, it had seemed like flakes of gold dancing in the wind.
来たか。ずいぶん待ったぜ。
Mm-hmm. It was as though he was talking to the wind. Ooh. Haha, I like the song. Mallow spoke to the empty rose garden. That can't be right. After all, it was clear from his words that he was talking to someone right in front of him. So Anji thought it must be someone that she alone couldn't see, and she rubbed her eyes. Then she opened her eyes wide. Another large gust of wind blew past her. She shut her eyes immediately, and when she timidly opened them, from the other end of the rose garden, yes, from the path that led up from the arbor, a person appeared. So Anji looked as though she had appeared along with a cloud of gold flakes carried by the wind. Hey, hey.
遅えぞ、ベアト。
そうか、むしろ早いぞ。
I know early.
お前も一緒に船に乗ればいいんだ。
柵に捕まってお前と一緒に叫ぶか？
いいぜ、叫ぼうぜ。落ちる落ちるってな。
Yo, these two are ready. Ready with the flirting chemistry.
なるほど、それも悪くなかった。認めよう。どうやらわらわが来るのは遅かったらしい。
The pair casually walked up to each other and hugged. It looked like a pair of friends being reunited after several years. Anji, surprised by this unfamiliar woman, looked for somewhere to hide. However, her eyes met Bito's, and she lost her chance to escape.
Oh, そなたはエンジェか。
Yeah. She was shocked to hear this unfamiliar woman suddenly use her name.
こやつも6歳の頃はなかなかに可愛かったではないか。
お兄ちゃん。
Okay.
この人、誰？
お兄ちゃんの友人だ。
A friend?
それは
Yo.
あんまりだろうが。
お兄ちゃんの友達？
She said just a
こいつは
friend?
ベアトリーチェ。
Yo.
おじいちゃんから聞いたことないか。
Uh-huh.
後宮家に黄金を授けてくれた。
Yeah.
黄金の魔女の話。
Have I heard of that before? The Golden Witch? Now I remember. That was a scary witch who would snatch you away off into the forest if you don't listen to your parents or stayed up too late on Rokkenjima.
雨の夜、真っ暗な森を窓から眺めてると、魔女と目が合ってさらわれてしまうかもしれないってお母さんに言われた。
ということは、わらわは夜更かしの子供を見張るため、寒い雨の中、窓を一つ一つ覗き込まねばならぬというのか。それはあまりに無体。
Oh man.
エンジ、それはお前に夜更かしをさせないための親の作り話だ。彼女はそん
Yo,
なこと
for
はしない。
real. Like, some questions out there with this,
よか
but
ろう名乗ろうぞ。わらわは黄金の魔女、
Okay.
ベアトリーチェ。
の
Yeah.
お孫さんだ。
huh?
孫
Yeah.
お孫さんとはなんとも締まらぬ呼び名であるな。
だってそうだろう。
Yeah.
じい様に黄金を授けて黄金の魔女と呼ばれたのはお前のばあ様の話だろうが。
確かにそうではあるが。
Hold up, let me check out her thing for a sec. Is she on this page or another page? Oh no, she is. Okay. No, she's not. Is she? Wait. Yeah, she is here. Yeah, she's right there the whole time. The Golden Witch who has lived for 1,000 years. She has already surpassed the limits of humans, and it is said that she will appear in response to a human summons. Just for demons do tend to deliver powerful prize. She has been called here for a ceremony involving the return of the vast amount of gold, which, yeah, okay. So, okay. Same old, same old.
黄金の魔女の孫か。
Grandchild of the Golden Witch, yep.
そのキャッチコピー、もう少しマシなものにはならぬのか？
この人魔女なの？
ああ、そうだよ。今日の親族会議に招かれたお客さんだ。
怖い魔女じゃないの？暗い森に私をさらったりしない？
Kidnap you?
おのれ、ルドルフに切り絵め。一体わらわを何だと思って吹き込んだのやら。わらわはそんなことはせぬわ。後で厳重に抗議する。ブンブン。
She looked like a very emotional person. She wasn't at all what Anji had expected the creepy golden witch to what she would be like. She was very loud, overreacting to everything. Nothing at all like the witch Maria One-chan had talked about, who had lived for 1,000 years and had various servants from the demon world. She looked, well, like an energetic young woman who Anji's mom might have been good friends with. Her brother and the witch talked together happily like a pair of close friends. Dogs often don't trust people when meeting them for the first time. However, people say that dogs feel more at ease with a person once they see their owner acting friendly towards them. That's true, that makes sense. Surely, something similar of this was taking place in Anji's heart. As this pushy, temperamental woman who called herself the witch chatted happily with Battler, Anji watched her behavior closely.
その鍵は？
Bito knows the gold key hanging from Anji's neck. Anji automatically grasped it defensively.
エンジの大切な鍵だ。
Precious key. After hearing these vague words, the witch stared blankly for a second. But almost immediately, she seemed to understand what he meant.
なるほど。そういうことか。
すべきことを
Indeedo.
明確にした方が分かりやすいだろうと思ってな。
安心せよ、エンジェ。そなたの大切な鍵を奪ったりなどせぬぞ。
I shall not steal.
もちろんであるとも。それはそなたの鍵であり、そなたが決めることである。
The choice is yours. You can deal with this, and you can deal with that.
そなたを導く道しるべの役にしか過ぎぬのだから。
When handing her this key, her brother had said that it was very important and she had to take good care of it. And she didn't have a clue what the key was for, but it looked like Bito did. However, just like her brother had done earlier, Bito only spoke in riddles. This irritated Anji, but for the time being, the Golden Witch had said that she didn't intend to steal this key, so Anji calmed down a little.
あなたはこの鍵が何に使うものなのか知っているの？
もちろんであるとも。だが、それを教えるわけにはいかぬ。
どうして？
その鍵をどう使うかは、そなたが自分で決めねばならぬからだ。
The witch said the same thing as my brother. The pair nodded at each other, but it was all Greek to me. It felt like someone had laid out a riddle that everyone knew but me, and everyone was making fun of me. It was all Greek to me. Yo. Anji held the key tightly. Even if she didn't understand what it meant, it was her own key and her big brother had told her to take good care of it. With her youthful suspicion, she was scared that the witch might ask her to hand it over, saying that she'd teach her how to use it if she did. Of course, her thoughts showed up clearly on her face. The witch couldn't help but laugh at that honest expression. It is impossible. Steal that key? Yeah. Imagine one of them. The key was hanging. Oh my gosh. The key was hanging around her neck like an ordinary necklace. Anji could take it off right now if she wanted, and if an adult tried to use force, it seemed like it would be easy for them to take it away. However, both her brother and the witch said that it was protected by a magic that would stop anyone from stealing it. Even the 6-year-old Anji knew about the word of magic. However, she also realized that real magic didn't exist, and that certain kinds of magic tricks were sometimes called magic. However, her brother and the witch were talking about magic itself. True, Maria had talked about that many times when it was part of a game. Anji had believed her more or less. However, Anji was, in some ways, sharp for her age. And when she heard Maria talking happily about magic, she sometimes thought that such a thing couldn't really exist. Ralph spoke as though he was trying to smooth things over. When she heard that, Anji became sure that magic didn't exist after all, yep. Dang. She said, you're a lie. Okay. Oh. A special show? Okay. Though Anji had challenged the witch to show her if she could, now that she was about to be shown, she looked a bit hesitant. Yeah. Okay. She gulped, then stared up at the witch's face. The witch held out her left hand, bringing it close to Anji's face. Then she slowly spread her fingers. Anji, thinking that she was about to be turned into a frog, shrank back. However, after waiting a while with her teeth clenched, she realized that nothing was happening. So as her fear turned into irritation, she began to argue. And she just like So that's what she was doing. Now that she finally understood, Anji checked both sides of the witch's hand. Okay. She stretched out her index finger and held it right in front of Anji's hand. Anji refused to show weakness by pulling back, stood her ground, and concentrated on the fingertip. The witch rapidly lifted her index finger high into the air, pointing at the heavens. Just as Anji looked up to see the finger raised high, it swung down as though trying to dodge her gaze. In that manner, the finger swung up, down, left, right, left, right again, as though Anji was playing a trick of Ashi Muete Hoi. Feeling as though she'd lose if she couldn't keep up with the fingertip, Anji swung her face this way and that, looking serious. Ever since she was young, Anji had always hated to lose. She would take even the most trivial game seriously, determined not to lose to the adults. The witch's hand moved faster and faster. Anji didn't lose track of it. Then the witch's high-pointing finger took a sudden swing downwards, and when it stopped, her index finger was curled up and her hand was held in a simple fist. Could it be that something was going to come out of the hand? Anji suspected that this might happen and followed the finger very closely. There had been no chance for that once empty hand to grab something. The witch slowly opened her right fist, and there... The witch gave the cutely wrapped candy to Anji as a present. Anji took it and desperately searched for some kind of trick on it, but it was an everyday, ordinary candy. Maho! Oh, Maho! I was watching the whole time, so how? She didn't like it, but she was unable to see how that could have been anything other than magic. As the little sister frowned with her brow and bit her lower lip, her brother gently told her once more that it was magic. Huh? She said, and now I leave. Huh?
そうか。じゃあ、お供させてもらうかな。エンジはどうする？ゲストハウスに戻ってるか？
お兄ちゃんと一緒がいい。
She still couldn't accept it, but maybe, just maybe, she still looked grumpy, but it looked like she was becoming at least slightly interested in this witch.
さあ、では行こうではないか。黄金の魔女の帰還であるぞ。
黄金の魔女の孫の帰還だけどな。
そのキャッチコピー、もう少しなんとかならぬものか。
I'm not vibing with that title. Yo. The big brother and the witch really did seem close, playing off each other like a pair of comedians. They started heading for the mansion. All the while, Anji held onto the corner of her brother's sleeve, trying to make sure he didn't forget about her. She's like, "Oh, I'm still here." Oni-chan? Like... Who's been texting me the whole time? I kept looking down, but someone was like texting me, yo. Yo, okay. Ridiculous. Oh, man. Returning the gold. The VIP room was filled with the sweet smell of pumpkin tea, the aroma of pumpkin tea, and packed with smiles and laughter.
それはよい。元気そうで何よりだ。
そなたが帰ったらわらわは誰に相槌を打たせればいいというのだ。
Yo, for real.
金蔵バトラがいても構わぬで
This whole situation, the sequence of events from the beginning of this whole episode. Yo. However, he had called across the Nazi to the VIP room to meet Beatrice the Golden Witch. It was hard to imagine that Kinzo wanted to have a casual conversation. After Kinzo said he didn't mind, Bito also asked Battler to stay, so he decided to do so. Okay. In order to avoid getting in the way of their conversation, Battler stood up from the sofa and walked over to Anji's window. Anji's window. When the big brother finally came back to Anji, she clung to his waist and so determined not to let him go away.
ああ、なるほど。どうしてわらわがエンジェに嫌われているか。
どうしてだ？エンジェは別にお前のことを嫌ってなんかないだろ。
これだからバトラは女心がわからぬのだ。
Bito smiled at Anji, but the latter turned the other way.
女は幼くとも女であるな。
When Bito stopped laughing, the conversation switched gears. Why on earth did Kinzo summon Cross and Natsu to the VIP room? That was... And what was he going to talk about? Yeah. Yeah, what are they going to talk about? What are they about to gossip? Yo.
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェよ。滅ぶ運命にあったはずの後ろ宮家を救ってくれた大恩、一日たりとも忘れたことはないぞ。
Yeah. Oh, I have to press that.
感謝せい感謝せい。
じい様が感謝してるのはお前のばあさんの方だからな。
やかましい。
Yep.
いや、同じことです。莫大な黄金を3代にもわたり後宮家に貸し付けてくれました。それも無償で。
本当に。
And for no compensation. Huh.
黄金など、わらわにはレンガも同じよ。置き場もないから金蔵が預かっててくれて助かる。
That's one way to look at that. Yeah.
死ぬ前に一度は言ってみたいセリフだぜ。
黄金の魔女ってお金持ちなの？
そりゃそうだな。何しろ10トンもの黄金をポイッとじい様に貸し出したんだからな。
そうだ。必ず返すと約束し、もう数十年も借りている。その恩はもはや返しきれないほどだ。
当家が感謝の気持ちを忘れたことはありません。ねえあなた。
無論だと3代にわたりベアトリーチェさんたちが気前よく貸してくれなかったら後宮家はとうに滅んでいましたとも。夏湾のお父さんとて軍資金がなければ何もできなかったのですから。
もはや金が金を呼び、黄金の軍資金は静かに眠る。
My money is making money. Imagine making money that makes money.
私が何を話そうとしているかわかるか？
Yo, this... I go back. The moment I looked over, that pops up. Oh, man. Since that moment, Cross had been summoned here. He had guessed about the things Kinzo's words now hinted at. By all things borrowed must someday be returned, and the day had finally come. Okay, refresh the chat again. Oh, man.
はい、分かっています、お父さん。
ベアトリーチェよ。私はもう追い先はわずかだ。おそらく今日のこれが私とお前が会うことのできる最後の親族会議になろう。
The last one we attend together.
何を気弱なことを。そんなことがあろうはずもない。
Bito laughed. She looked at Battler, so he laughed along. She looked at Battler, so he laughed along with her, but Kinzo and the others remained silent. Okay. Apparently there existed some major concerns about Kinzo's health.
無論来年すぐに死ぬつもりもない。しかし来年会おうと絶対の約束をすることはおそらくできぬ。私はいついかなる時でもできぬ約束をした試しは一度もない。
そのようなことを胸を張って言われると、わらわも返す言葉がないぞ。
Hold up, go back. Kinzo.
本気で言っているのか。
ベアトリーチェよ。
Yep, he is.
もうしっかりとけじめをつけたいのだ。私がこうして元気であるうちにな。だから私は今日それを決心することとした。
おじい様は何の話をしているの？
静かに。じい様は今からとても大事な話をする。
By now even Battler understood what Kinzo was about to propose. Bito probably realized it too. At one time, the Ushiromiya family had ruled the skies like an eagle before being crushed in the great Kanto earthquake. The eagle had one of its wings torn off, and it crawled in the mud on the point of death. Then they were saved by the Golden Witch's golden miracle. Under the Golden Witch's protection, the eagle had nursed its wounds for many years. And now finally, it was time for the eagle to leave the nest the witch had provided.
そなたの祖母より借り受けた黄金をすべてそなたに返還する。クラウス、異論はないな。
Do you?
もとよりあの黄金は後ろ宮家のものではないのだ。
無論です。何の異論もありませんとも。
良いのか、クラウス。そなたは投資家であろう。金はいくらあっても足りぬであろうが、金蔵から黄金を譲り受けたいと思っていたのではないのか。
それを言われれば確かに否定は難しい。しかし元より父とあなたの契約であり、そしてもともとあなたの黄金です。
主人は仮にも次期当主、お父様が一代にて当家を復興させたように、主人も一代で当家を繁栄させるでしょう。そしてそれは主人と私で成し遂げることです。
Okay, if y'all believe in yourselves with that, then okay. Look at them both smiling. Yo.
未練はないというか。やれやれ。
No regrets in leaving behind 10 tons of gold. Man.
そなたに黄金を返還する。だが黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが後宮家にとって最大の恩人であることは未来永劫変わらぬぞ。
To return, oh my gosh, I keep pressing control, I hate that button. To return the gold once lent by the Golden Witch, it was both simple and clear. However, the expression worn by the Golden Witch herself was slightly lonely. Anji couldn't understand why this was.
返すというものをいらん、やるとも言えぬしな。やれやれ。
Bisa rose from the sofa. Then she walked up to the window and looked down at the rose garden waving in the wind.
クラウス、我が遺産についても私が生きているうちにお前たちに贈与することにした。
Okay.
お父さん。私が死ねば葬式で大忙しな上に遺産はどうするのかとエヴァたちががっついてくるであろう。
Yeah, he knows.
今か
He
ら
already
分
knows.
けておけば葬式が気楽になるというものよ。クラウス、メモを取れ。
Oh.
源氏も初期を頼む。
Yeah.
これより
Witness.
財産の分け方を説明する。
The distribution of my assets. Okay. Kizu immediately began explaining how the inheritance would be split up. Bradley, realizing that he shouldn't be listening in on this conversation, walked over to where Bito was loitering by the window.
よー、大金持ち。黄金が余ってるなら少しは引き取るぜ。
No, by all means.
黄金など薪に変えて炉にくべればシチューを煮る程度の使い道はあるというものよ。
どうしたよ。なんだかつまらなそうな顔してんな。
What's up?
のにそれを追い出すの？お兄
は
ちゃんは言ったわ。私が自分で決めていいって。
いや
そうだな、確かにそう言った。
帰らないわよ、私は。そしてまるで私を甘やかすかのようなこのおかしな作られた物語もやめて。私は今日という日の真実を知りたいの。
12年を経て
She said, yo, you got planned to meet up tonight. Okay. Because Anji had gotten like asleep. Dang! Anji's still holding her brother's hand and crouched down and looked as though she was about to fall asleep. Battle lifted her onto his back and carried her. As she felt the warmth and safety of her brother's back, Anji drifted off into sleep. What happened that day? Just what on earth happened on October 4th and 5th, 1986? Because of the massive size of the Rokkenjima explosion accident, the time the explosion occurred was known almost exactly down to the minute. The time was the stroke of midnight on October 5th. The sheer improbability of that time proved that the explosion was produced by artificial means. Later on, the following statements were collected from individuals who knew Ushiromiya Kinzo when he was alive. During his lifetime, Ushiromiya Kinzo built a clock rigged to blow up the island at exactly midnight. This clock was apparently inside his secret study. When he felt mentally cornered and wanted to think up a brilliant plan, he would activate that device and use the tension of the approaching midnight to bring some flash of inspiration to him. Madness. While Ushiromiya Kinzo still lived, this was only thought of as a tall tale about this eccentric man. But the fact that the Rokkenjima explosion accident occurred at exactly midnight supported the story. Oh, this dude. Just need to see him again. Ugh. This guy, Professor Utsuki. Professor Utsuki spoke passionately. Witch hunters, enthusiasts who treat the mad fancy surrounding Rokkenjima as their plaything. Anji had no reason to love these people who embellished the death of her family just for the fun of it. And yet, how ironic it was for Anji, who wanted to know what happened that day, that these people were the ones who knew most about that island.
Ushiromiya Ebashi が何がしかの陰謀の首謀者であるとする説は早くからささやかれてきました。しかし、あれだけの大爆発をいかにして起こしたのかが説明できずにいました。
その仕掛け時計により、それが可能であったことが証明された。
さようです。Ushiromiya Ebashi は24時に爆発すること、そしてその爆発半径について十分に理解した上でクワドリアンに避難していたと考えられます。
財産を独り占めにするためにみんなを殺して爆発によってその痕跡を消した。
そう考えるとロッケン島のミステリーは最も筋が通ります。エバシがあの日あの島で何があったのか語ろうとしないことにも合点がいくわけです。
Where was that red clock and how did Ava find it? Several forgeries have speculated on this matter. There is no need for me to waste time thinking about it. Ava activated the clock device, hid in Corridorian to escape the blast, and was therefore the only one to survive. That's everything, the answer, which eloquently told the whole story. When Ava first adopted me, our relationship wasn't as bad as it later became. I asked her several times, what happened that day? Every single time she answered, it was to say that she didn't remember. Ugh. But well, she must have been flustered at the time. The very first time I asked, she answered like this. I can't tell you about it. It was a slip of the tongue. She knew what had happened that day, and she left this world without telling me even a bit of the truth. She sealed the truth in a cat box, and left this world, taking the key with her. There can only be one answer. She was behind everything. She got all the family's wealth to herself and became a super rich. And afterwards, she lamented the fact that her beloved son would never inherit any of what she had created, and she cursed me. Just remembering that old dang made me want to vomit. Yo, what happened that day? That's what I want to know. It's my only goal, the one reason I'm still alive. However, later on, I had to come to grips with the fact that my goal was an abstract one. After all, even if I don't know what happened that day, as for who did the crime, the whodunit, that is already clear. Ushiromiya Ava, she's the culprit. That has never changed since the beginning. Yes, I'm not trying to find out what happened that day. I'm trying to find out what Ushiromiya Ava did that day. If I can reveal that, then I can expose Ava's evil, even though she has already died. That is my true goal. The police also suspected that a crime might have taken place, and they did investigate. However, no matter how much they inspected the crater that had once been Rokkenjima, they didn't find any. Oh yeah, how could you find anything? It's a whole crater. Everything was exploded. Like, jeez. The public and the witch hunters cornered Ava with several pieces of circumstantial evidence, but they were unable to find a single piece of physical evidence. And so, though Ava was only the merest fraction of a shade away from guilt, they were unable to expose her crime. My goal isn't anything as vague as learning what happened that day. It's to expose the crime Ushiromiya Ava committed that day, and to have my revenge. I can't expose Ushiromiya Ava's crime, so people are treating the events on the island as though some bizarre golden witch did it. Defeating the golden witch means exposing Ushiromiya Ava's crime for what it was. I won't forgive Ushiromiya Ava. I swear. I will hate her and take revenge for my family. That is Ushiromiya Anji's one and only reason for living. Hey, Amakusa.
それだけ嫌われりゃ会長もあの世で笑いが止まらねえでしょうぜ。
うるさいわね。あのクソババアの罪を暴くのよ。すべて吹き飛ばして完全犯罪なんて私は認めない。絶対に。
つまりお嬢の旅は家族のための復讐の旅ってわけだ。
悪い？
まさか。生きる目的があるの大いに結構ですぜ。
それ切ってくれる？
バンバンバンバンバン。
エムザッキーはお嫌いで？
I'm Zaki? What? Amakusa turned the radio off. The dull sound of the engine became the BGM that filled the car.
弔い合戦なんて。
別にそれを生きる目的にしてる連中に戦地じゃよく会いましたから。
あんた傭兵で戦場に行ったことあるのよね。
まあほどほどには。
家族の仇を取るために戦っている人って強い？
そりゃ強いですぜ。家族の仇を取るために体に爆弾を巻きつけて自爆するやつだっている。人は仇討ちのために死ねる生き物ですぜ。
そうね。私も死ねるわ。
少年兵ってやつをご存知で？
子供の兵隊？
そうです。親を亡くした身寄りのない子供たちが武装勢力に拾われて兵士になるんです。パンと銃を与えられ復讐の方法を教えられる。所詮は子供、使い捨てですがね。引き金さえ引けりゃ戦場じゃ誰だって兵士になれる。
私がそれだって言いたいの？
復讐は生きる目的になります。
そ
して兵士になれるほどの力も与えます。親の亡骸にすがって泣くことしかできなかった少女が一夜にして兵士に生まれ変われるほどの奇跡を見せてくれる。復讐ってやつほどパワーを与えてくれるものはありませんぜ。
Revenge, man.
そうでしょうね。それがまさに私だわ。
少年兵問題ってのをご存知で？
知らないわ。
銃を与えられ復讐の仕方を習った少年兵はそれを生きる目的とします。
Make that their reason for living,
yeah. 少し違う。それを銃を撃つ理由にします。しかし復讐ってのは終わりがない。
That never ends, huh?
いつしか銃を撃つのに理由がなくなってくるんです。
どういう意味？
復讐のために銃を撃っていた。それがやがて理由もなく銃を撃つようになるんです。
復讐を忘れてしまうということ？
できもしない復讐にやがて疲れ果て、その目的を忘れちまうんです。そして手元には銃しかない。
Nothing except that.
飯を食うために銃を撃つようになる。
Becomes their only way of living.
復讐のために銃を取った少年兵はやがて野党か何かになり果てるってこと？
何しろ学校にも通わず職も学ばせてもらわなかった連中です。
Only to shoot a gun. Fortunately, they don't learn how to shoot guns, and they were only ever praised when they killed the enemy.
やがて自分の生きる目的は 復讐のためでなくその手段のためだけになり果てていく気の毒なことです。
私もやがては復讐に疲れ果てて私の場合だと何だってのよ。
真実を暴くことに疲れ果てお嬢はやがて後ろ宮エヴァを憎むだけの人生になり果てていく。
すでにそうだけど何か
そういえばそうでしたっけ。
I'm not sure what Amakusa is trying to say. Probably something annoying. So I'm not interested. Like, anyways.
なんてくだらないことだ。そう言いたいんでしょ。
お嬢の人生はまだまだ長い。何だってできる若さが。その貴重な若さを費やすには、ちょいとこの旅はもったいないんじゃないかな。
It's like, don't waste your time with revenge. Enjoy your youth.
余計なお世話よ。私ね、ほら、飛び降りたでしょ。ビルから。
せっかく九死に一生を得たってのに。
Yeah.
あの時ね、私は死んだのよ。だから私はもう亡霊ってわけ。家族の仇を討つためにあの日の真実を暴くことだけを目的としたね。
やれやれ、お嬢は大した鉄の意志をお持ちだ。
あんたみたいな軽薄な男に私の気持ちなんてわからないわよ。
After that, Makusa was first to shut his mouth. He shrugged, but Anji didn't see. Even so, Amakusa spoke once more.
お嬢とこの旅を始めた一番最初の日、お嬢は言いました。あの日、あの島で何があったか知りたいと。
今だってそうよ。何か変わった？
今はこう言ってます。後宮エヴァの罪を暴くため、あの日あの島で何があったか知りたいと。
いや、
全く同じじゃない。
まあそうですね。
私眠いからもう寝るわ。少し黙っててくれる？着いたら教えて。
了解です。
Roger that. I wasn't particularly tired, really. I just said that because I didn't feel like talking. That was it. Feel like talking about this, yeah. Anshu had decided to feign sleep and ignored him, but Amakusa kept talking. He wanted to make sure she heard at least this much.
お嬢の旅は最初、真実を知る旅でした。それがだんだん復讐の旅になっている。
Rather than a journey of truth, become a journey of revenge, huh?
復讐する旅
だ。
しかしお嬢も分かってる通り、六軒島にはもう何も残ってやしません。何の跡形も残ってやしない。真実を暴くことは並大抵のことじゃないかもしれませんぜ。
I know what Amakusa is trying to say. The police searched the scene so thoroughly that, just after the crime, and even they weren't able to find any physical evidence proving that Ushiromiya Eva was the culprit. And a full 12 years have passed since then. If the truth could be discovered by a girl like me, waving wades of cash around to pick up a bit of info from those who were somehow related to the incident, then someone would have exposed the truth long ago. I might not be able to reach the truth. If so, then my first desire to expose the truth will probably fade away. After that, only my hatred for Ava will remain. Just like the child soldiers who forget their original purpose and live just to shoot. I'll forget my original purpose and just live to hate. For all my hate of Ushiromiya Eva, my revenge of exposing the truth will have been foiled. But I will go on hating her anyway, and that will become all there is to my life. Is there any difference between shooting for revenge and shooting to live? When you pull the trigger, someone dies either way. And what about my case? Is there any difference between hating Ava as I expose the truth and hating Ava as I've given up? There's no difference. But in the end, whether I find the truth or not, I'll just keep on cursing Ava over and over until I die. What a crappy life. But now, that's all I have left. Ushiromiya Eva stole my family. so I'll take the revenge by exposing her crimes and showing the world. My consciousness was slowly drifting away into sleep. Why is Oni-chan showing me such a bizarre Rokkenjima? Is this supposed to be the truth? Enough with this farce. Why is even Oni-chan trying to hide the truth from me? I'm trying to find it so I can avenge him and others. Or would Oni-chan say the same thing as Amakusa? That revenge is meaningless, so I should stop. Is that why he's speaking riddles, trying to make everything more confusing? That's none of his business. I'm not just trying to take revenge for their sakes. I'm doing it for my sake too. After all, that's the only thing I'm living for. Taking revenge is my reason to live. I don't have a clue what Oni-chan is thinking. Ooh. Halloween party. Okay, I'm going to end it right here. We'll continue with this next time. Oh, I'm about to click title screen. Yo, save Seku, please save. Man, I've got 4 chapters in today. That's kind of nice. Yo, and so yeah, anyways, I'll see y'all next time for some more Umineko. That may be next week, maybe. In the beginning of the stream, I mentioned this before, but I'm not going to be here on... Oh, let me exit the game. So, sound in the background. I'm going to be busy on Thursday. I'm actually having surgery done that day. Getting my wisdom teeth removed. Yay. I'm not happy for that. But, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we have for the rest of this, though. So, yeah, next stream will probably be next week, hopefully. I'll see how I'm feeling and whatnot. I have some other stuff happening next week as well, so... My schedule, it's like November comes around, I get all busy with stuff. These past 2 weeks have been somewhat busy with me. I guess it's just getting busier, which isn't bad. I kind of like it though. So, yeah, anyways, I'll see y'all hopefully next week. I have some other content on the channel with Umineko and whatnot though. Some stuff I've been recording and editing. So, yeah, anyways, that's all to say. I'll keep y'all updated in those videos as to when I'll be back with the streams. Hopefully next week. I'm hoping next week. Next week's also my birthday, so I'm not streaming next Thursday because of that. So, yeah. I might be here on Tuesday. If not next Tuesday, then I'll definitely be here the following week. Either way, I'll be back with this eventually. So, yeah, anyways, thank you for tuning in. Episode 8, we're on the final episode. It's been a pleasure going through this, and I'll be back to return to this eventually. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Appreciate that. So, yeah, anyways, that's all to say. See y'all later, and yeah, enjoy your weeks and whatnot. I'll be back for the streams eventually, all healthy and well. So, yeah, that's all to say. Enjoy your week. Peace and out. Or enjoy your night, actually. Enjoy your night, your evening, your day, your morning. Is it the morning where y'all at? I don't know, but I'll see y'all later. Peace and out. Boom.